Hello, and I am in front of you again. I'm coming back after a little while with a deep dish flan. I thought of a pie and a engineering math aside, which sort of originates with a YouTube video which showed a pizza being made into a rectangle. So I'm going to come back. The pie crust of the flan, the deep dish flan, is cooking, and this is what kind of makes it all pat nice and pat, pat a pie. And but in the meantime, I have this simply wild tasting indigenous wild rice maple vinaigrette recipe, as shown by the Canadian Food Focus. And there was a really a head chef kind of material, and he was he showed the whole dish, and it has a lot of ingredients in it. Wild rice. I There's another one which is sort of dark, which is dark, brown. But this is a dainty. Make is dainty, and it has some, the vinaigrette needed micro mixing, and the indigenous salad itself required macro mixing. So micro mixing, I for like a cake done with hand strokes, I did the whisk, and did 100 strokes. Okay, so it has. You should watch the video. So it's the maple vinaigrette, and so a lot goes into the whole nuts and blueberries and nutty taste, and unless you're allergic to nuts, but there might be some nuts. Almonds usually are okay. People don't develop peanuts, I think, is the culprit. Peanuts are the culprits. So it all goes into it, and I will, so micro mixing, velocity of the hand strokes might be, one stroke. So you'd have a omega, circular motion, right? So omega V by R is velocity by R. So velocity would be R omega. So revolution. So 100 revolutions. So radius, maybe, this is where I mix the maple vinaigrette. So the radius would be maybe 2 to 4. So 2 to 4, 2 to 1.5 inch maybe. So that's about 3.5 centimeter. So R omega, so 100 revolutions per second. So 100 so 250. 100 multiplied by 3.5 is 3.5, 3.50, 350. 350 centimeter per second. Well, that would be about 1 stroke per second, one cycle. So it says 3.5 centimeter per second. So that's the velocity, because one's revolution per second, roughly. So I counted 100 revolutions, so 100 strokes. So that's the 3.5 centimeter per second is the velocity. And here, this is macro mixing, right? Macro mixing, back to the salad. So that's kind of, slower strokes, because it's macro mixing. The particles are bigger. And, this would be maybe for 2 seconds. So the radius is bigger. So we would be R omega to 2 revolutions, to 1 revolution per 2 seconds. So this would be maybe some 3 inches. 3 multiplied by 2.5 is 7.5. 7.5 divided by 2. So we're plateauing off. So the macro and the micro are close. But, the jet fluids, diffusion, molecular diffusion in micro mixing, and as taught in our course, chemical reaction engineering, by the wonderful Professor Shaw. They were all wonderful, all my professors. Nothing like them, all right? I just told my husband's professor, employer, he was a psychology professor, and I worked for him as a subject. I shared this with you. I said, by far the favorite professor, because you never marked me, but he's deceased. This was a sort of an obituary I sent to the Arizona Republic. I shared this with you. So 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 roughly the same, but there's more amount in here. So micro mixing, molecular diffusion, and macro mixing would be just mixing of the particles and at a macro level, and no temperature, right? This is a salad, so you're not giving any temperature. So that's what I wanted to discuss. That's my engineering aspect. Do I have anything else? No, and so for the shopaholic, for this indigenous, I got our neighborhood. So this chef is who showed this on Canadian Food Focus, and the lady as well. Both were attractive people, and very looked, very professional, and which is to be expected. And they're both Saskatchewan Métis. And my sons told me all about Betty, and I have researched, but you need to look it up, all right? Particularly the YouTube viewers from the US. And I'm going to serve a little bit, as he said. He had this whole okay, so I'm going to level this. This was a trick by my mother, taught by my mother how to make a shape. And okay, so this is served a carrot flour. Carrot flour. So the order of the day is a carrot. Oh, and did my timer go off? Oh, it's already burnt. My flank rest. Sorry, the timer went, but the timer has not gone off. Timer went off. I read it's mine. The timer's mine. So yeah. So that's done, and I'll be making the flour. It just needs custard and some fruit, fresh fruit for some of the, but that's part two. Sexaholic. I'm going to set it to classical music. Once again, I am going to refer to Delia Owens with the Crawdads Sing, and I got this simply one amazing piece of creative writing, which is this is the tea tunnel. I showed you the tea tunnel, Roncesvalles Avenue and High Park, our neighborhood in Toronto. And the simply amazing piece of creative writing is the bass of the ocean and the soprano of the gulls. So in that sort of trend, I have to tape a bit. If you would just bear with me, Spotify, and I think I'll set it to classical music because it's a safe bet. Or we will do. We'll do rock without lyrics. All right? Okay, rock without lyrics. Oh, it's not coming it down? Huh. Piece of the kitchen corner. The tiny people ends the part. Into a brown down Indigenous voices. The taste of the Indigenous make for many endless promise. Now it's here. The random speaking from the Drum, Lord, this day in April 2025. All right, thank you. That was my workaholic